embedded system design and co-design issues in system development process. In the traditional embedded system design life cycle, in the third stage and fourth stage, hardware team design the hardware parallelly, software team design the software. Once both designs completed, both are integrated. So in embedded system design, time is very important factor. So to reduce the development time and to provide the maximum performance in the device, we are providing interaction between hardware team and software team. So this is the co-design. So if we are providing co-design means if we are providing interaction between hardware and software team, they are discussing each other, avoid the unnecessary things and improve the performance. That's the main thing for co-designing the embedded system. Improving the performance, reducing the complexity, reducing the system development time. Next, what are the problems will be arised while designing, co-design the hardware and software? First, selecting the model. Selecting the model in the sense, so model describe the system characteristics. Model describe the system characteristics and capturing the system requirements. So what are the hardware specifications required for designing the embedded system? These may be varies in the implementation stage. So it is one of the issue. In the beginning stage, it shows one is better. We think this model is better. But once coming into the implementation model, this maybe needs to modify. This model is other model is better than the previous model like that. So that is the thing, that is the issue raised while co-design the hardware and software. Next, selecting the architecture. So which architecture is suitable for our application? Either complex instruction set architecture, or RISC instruction set architecture, or Harvard architecture, or von Neumann based processor architecture, or single instruction multiple data, or multiple instructions multiple data. So which type of architecture, either processor, either instruction set, and pipelining techniques, which one is suitable? Harvard architecture is better, or RISC instruction set architecture is better, or multiple instruction multiple data architecture is better? So choose which one is better. That is also one of the issue while co-design the hardware and software. Next, selecting the programming language. Which language is suitable, or which language provides efficient code? Nowadays, we are getting so many languages day by day. Previously, we are using assembly language, next C language, next based on the process specific tools. In case of MATLAB, MScript. In case of CAN-OE, in the automobile, CAPL script. Or nowadays we are using Python, or R programming, or neural networks. We are getting different languages. Along with the languages, nowadays we are getting the advanced toolboxes. So which programming language provides efficient code or efficient design that leads to improve the performance or reducing the execution time or so on? Next, partitioning the system requirements into hardware and software. So this problem raised because keep in mind, hardware execution is always faster than the software execution. So hardware circuit, suppose adder circuit, mux circuit. So the operation performed by using the hardware circuits is better than the instruction execution. So which one is suitable? We are looking for performance or cost. If you are looking for maximum performance in the application, high-end mobile phones, we are using advanced digital signal processor units. If you are looking for cost, like basic mobile phones, we are using instructions to design the application, either arithmetic operations, alarm operations, or gaming, browsing, entertainment, whatever may be. For multimedia applications that requires hardware circuits to execute the instructions, and then is hardware adder circuit, mux circuit for multimedia applications. In that point of view, we need to use hardware circuits. For basic mobiles, we are using instructions. So these are the issues raised while co-design the hardware and software. Next, emulator. Emulator means emulates the hardware functionality. Means whatever the processing element we are using, that processing element functionality is implemented in the emulator, and that is connected to the target system and verify where the undesired behavior will be occur. Means debugging the hardware functionality. Example, in circuit emulator, RAM emulator. See here. So in the desktop, we can install the tool, IDE tool. So in that, we are design the hardware. That hardware is loading into the in circuit emulator, and that is connected to the actual target system. So we can verify the functionality. Once the design is satisfied, we are getting the desired behavior, then that logic is implementing in the actual processing element. Why we are using in-circuit emulators means, if you are using one-time programmable processing elements, until we are getting the desired behavior, they needs to be modified. If you are using one-time program means, we need to take new processor again and again until we are getting the desired behavior. So the cost of the processing element will be increases in the development stage. We are discussing about the development stage. So instead of we are using one-time programmable processing elements, we are using reprogrammable processors here to avoid the cost of multiple processing elements. Verify the functionality, hardware functionality. Once we are getting the desired behavior, that is implementing in the actual processing element or ASICs or FPGAs or system on chips, then that is used in the actual hardware. See here, this is the desktop. Here we are designing the hardware using the corresponding IDE tools, either IDE, integrated development environment tools. That logic is loading into the in-circuit emulator, like it is acts as a processing element. Then this processing element is connecting to the other peripherals, and we can debug or verify the functionality. Like that, this is the in-circuit emulator, which emulates the processing element functionality or hardware functionality